Hello, good evening. Welcome again to another video of Cuddlist Chronicles, and I'll be talking about more touch stuff. Okay, here's the thing. Everybody knows, I think everyone knows a person like this, a person that does not like to be touched. Oh, and I should also introduce myself. I'm Janet Trevino and I live in San Antonio, Texas. And so there's people out there that are like, don't touch me, I don't like touch, I don't want anything to do with that. And as I've been doing my cuddle party training, which, going at it really slow, but it's getting done, because I just absorb it all and I'm really excited about it. And I'm listening to a very well-renowned speaker, teacher, Betty Martin, who does body work and has been working around body stuff for a really long time. And so I'm listening to her and I'm seeing experiences in my life where people tell me I don't like to be touched, or we even have people in our Cuddlist training who really struggle with receiving touch, like are asking for it. So and I'm finding this in my community and outside of my community, people saying, don't touch me. And as I go out there and share with the world about this, they're like, oh no, I don't want that. So we all kind of know at least one or two people out there at least that are like, oh, touch. And so I'm listening to Betty Martin talk about this, and she explains why. And it's just like, it's this, I will say it's one reason why. I don't want to say that it's the reason, because again, I don't have enough experience to be conclusive, but the reason that she gives is that people lack the confidence in having a choice over what happens to their body. So if you've grown up your entire life and you haven't had that confidence to choose, you don't have agency over your own body, then as you get older, you're a no touch. I mean, you become so rigid and so staunch on this because you haven't had that. You haven't felt like you could say yes at all. It's taken away from you. And as you build into that confidence and that having that choice, again, this is the word agency, like as you build into that, then it does allow you to have more flexibility to be able to receive and to give touch. And so again, most of us, all of us, I'd say all of us have experienced non-consensual touch at some point in our life when we were babies, being pulled off of the playground, or, you got to go home now, or, you must eat your food, so you have to, sit at the table until you finish your dinner, or the ways in which we were, bodies were, if we were constipated as children, parents had to kind of go in there and do some stuff, right, to help us out. So again, a lot of us have experienced non-consensual touch, and the bodies remember that. The bodies know what it's like to just go along with like what's happening and to tolerate it and to endure things that naturally, if we had the ability to say no, we would say no. Or maybe we did. We tried, we screamed and we yelled, and our bodies were even held even more tightly, right, while things were happening to us. And so these memories get stored into ourselves. They get stored into our nervous system. And as we get older, we realize, man, I didn't appreciate that. Man, I'm never gonna let anyone touch me again, right? We get really rigid around it. And so in order to kind of move out of that, if you're that person who's like anti-touch, or someone who's anti-touch, the way for them to move out of that and move into a place where they want to receive touch is by actually having a physical experience. And again, this is Betty Martin, and thank her again for this. They need to have a physical experience of touch in which they get to choose, and they get to give and receive, and it's based on them. I remember sitting at a meeting where I'm talking to people that work with seniors, and I'm telling them about Cuddlist work, and the gentleman says, oh, no, I don't like touch at all. And I said, okay, well, what would it be like if I asked you? If I got your permission, and you could tell right away it was like this novel idea, like, whoa, you would actually ask before, and I could see him opening up to the idea of receiving touch, because now he had power, now he had capacity, he could choose. And so for us to be able to go from a no touch experience to okay, I'm okay with touch, we need to actually have a physical positive experience where it replaces the old memory, the old automatic programming, and we can replace it with this new programming. So if you're looking for that, if you're that kind of person, or someone out there who's anti-touch, but they kind of want to break out of that, they need to have an experience where they can ask for touch, or they can say no to touch, and they can find their agency. And there's two options for you. Yay! If you're in San Antonio, Texas, or really all over the country, you might have these around you as well, but at least in here, There's a cuddle party option where you're with a bunch of people, bring some friends so you're not alone, where you can have this learning how to ask for touch, how to receive touch, negotiate, give consent, say no as often as you can. You can have that experience in a group setting for 3 hours. Amazing, yay. And if you're in San Antonio, my next cuddle party is on June 24th, and I'd love for you to join us. And then if you're saying, oh, that's overwhelming, I don't want to be around a bunch of people, then listen, you can kind of experience the same thing one-on-one with me or other cuddlists in our area, or again, all over the country. Have a positive experience to replace the negative programming we have. And I shouldn't say even negative. I'll say non-consensual. I think that's kind of negative, but I don't want to judge it. It is what it is. It happened. So you can start teaching your body that you can have agency, you can have the confidence, and it's that self-esteem and the self-worth in yourself to be like, yes, I can say no, I can ask, I can have a choice, right? So it all begins with choice. And that's what I love about Cuddlist, is that it's about you asking for what you want, and us just being here, creating that space to listen to see you, to love you in this process, and to, again, start to making new connections in your body and empowering you. Anyway, love you all. Thanks for listening. And again, if you know someone who doesn't like touch, present this idea. Maybe it'll be supportive of them, and if not, again, then respect where they're at, of course. Okay, bye. Take care.